Hi Internet! This is going to be the start of a new series. First off, hope everyone had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that good stuff. If you celebrate the holidays, if you don't, I hope you had a good time. I did. So, it's kind of a thing in my family that is just like a small little side gift. My mom always gets us all, me and my brothers, those scratch-off lottery tickets. And I actually won some money off of them for once. So I won about $50. And, I was curious what I could do with $50. And I decided I would try something new. Take that $50 and see what you can get at a game store for a specific system using only a set amount of money. A revolutionary concept, I know. But the problem is that, a lot of people are having, cost of living crisis these days. Things are expensive. Things are not, affordable. But there are still people who want to go out and collect games, but they don't have, $500 laying around to start a good collection. So I want to show that you can have a good collection for very cheap. You just have to do a little bit of work and a little bit of looking. So that's what I did. And for all this stack of games right here, I only spent $41. So I still have $9 left over. So here's the criteria for each game I pick up. It has to be $9.99 or less. And each time I go and pick up a game, I'm going to stick to one system only. So for today's video, or challenge I guess you could say, I did Xbox 360. And I have a few 360 games right here, just the Halo ones. And those are very cheap as well. So, yeah. $9.99 or less per game, and I gave myself the budget of $50. So I'm going to go through each game and explain how it got to $41. So first up, we have Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I paid $5.99 for this game. I played this one in college with my friends on the PS3? Yeah, PS3. Because it would have been around the time that the PS4 was coming out and only one of my friends had that. So we would have played on the PS3. It's a fun racing game, and it's just a good game. I remember it being a lot of fun. So I picked it up very cheap. I kind of wanted to cover the entire range of games you can get here. I don't know how well I accomplished that. Let me know if you think I accomplished that in the comments. Sticking with racing, we have Forza Motorsport 4. Just another classic racing game. This is the Essential Edition. So it includes 320 of the best cars from Forza Motorsport 4 for the perfect introduction to Forza. So, dope. And I paid $6.99 for this game. Next up, we have a triple pack. Trials HD, Limbo, and Splosion Man. This one is just 3 games in one, and I believe I had a copy of Trials at one point. I'm not entirely sure, don't quote me on that. And I know I had a copy of Limbo at one point. But this total pack was $9.99. But there's a caveat to that, and I'll get to it in a second. So I'll put that right here to the side. Dead Rising. Classic zombie killing game. Not much to say here. It's one of the all-time classics for the Xbox. And it was only $4.99. Fable 2. Because... Oh, you know what? I don't have Fable 3. I could have sworn I had Fable 3. Oh well, I guess that's something I'll have to pick up. But anyways, Fable 2, classic adventure game. I paid $7.99 $4.99 for this. Injustice Ultimate Edition. Fighting game. I remember also playing this on the PS3. Actually, no, the PS4 in college with my friends. And it was a lot of fun. And I paid $6.99 for Injustice. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Don't really know much about this game. And let me explain. I've seen, I grew up watching like Achievement Hunter and Rooster Teeth and stuff like that, and they played this game a lot. And so that's my knowledge of it. I just wanted a shooting game, and I didn't want to get the typical Call of Duty and stuff like that, so I picked this one up. And it was only $2.99. But there's a caveat to that. I'll get to that in a second. Finally, Brutal Legend. I believe this is an Xbox exclusive. Don't quote me on that. But I just remember, hearing a lot about this game when it came out, and I decided to pick it up to kind of round out the collection. And it was only $6.99. Now, if you add up the prices for everything, it's above $50. So how did it get to $41? Well, there's a couple things. One, where I buy my games. I buy them at a disc replay, or as it may be known in other parts of the Midwest, Mega Replay. They have a special where you buy 5 games, get the 6th one free. So basically 5 games, the cheapest one out of the 6 is free. So I just handed them a stack of games, and it ended up being the cheapest one, Plants vs. Zombies, was free. So, got that. Then, I mentioned that there was a caveat with this triple pack for Limbo and Trials and Explosion Man. I actually paid $0 for this because the Disc Replay Mega Replay has a point system. Every $10 you spend, you get a point. Every 10 points gets you $10 off a used game. So I could have grabbed, a $60 game off the shelf and paid $50 for it. Or you could grab a $10 game and get it for free. So I had enough points to where I could just get this game for free. So really, I only paid for these 6 games, and I got these 2 for free. So that's 8 games in all. And I think I covered pretty well what you can get. I'm trying to avoid the sort of default games that you get. And by that I mean Halo and Gears of War. Let me get these out for a second. So this is my residual Xbox 360 collection. I'll just go through these quickly because when am I ever gonna show these again? We have all the Halo games. Halo, Halo 3, Halo Reach, and Halo 4. And this is the Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition, which, okay, good, it's not falling out. Something sounds like it's loose in this. And then I have the Fallout and Oblivion Double Pack. And then I have the Gears of War Triple Pack. And also, as I'm looking at these, all of these games were $9.99 or less. And there's 6 of them, so I would have gotten one of these for free. Let me tell you. I'll just keep these here for now. It's Halo 4 that's loose. Oh yeah, because it has 2 discs. Okay. So, I just want to show you that all these games, everything I'm showing here, costs less than $100. That's a lot of game for such a cheap amount of money. You can get some fantastic deals and you can get a lot of content for under $100 if you know where to look. Now, if you don't live in the Midwest like I do, I'm not sure if there's a Disc Replay, Mega Replay near you. I don't know how widespread they are. I know they're in the Midwest. They're at least here in Illinois where I live. But do some research. Don't be afraid to go out looking. And remember, stay on budget. Just because you have the money doesn't mean you need to spend the money. You know, I walked in with $50, I only spent $40. That's $10 that can go to gas. So anyways, you can get a lot for a small amount of money. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas and holidays. I hope everyone has a great New Year's. I may be doing another Lyft vlog for New Year's driving. Depends. I gotta see how I feel about that. I typically don't drive on New Year's just because it's kind of obnoxious to do, but I got a deal through Lyft that they're giving me a bonus for each ride, so I may do that tomorrow. But anyways, thank you very much for all the support. I've noticed that even though I haven't been uploading as much recently, my subscriber count has still been steadily increasing. And that's really cool to me. That means a lot to me. So, thank you very much. And go out, budget, and have yourself a wonderful time collecting games. You can do it. Thank you.